Hello and welcome to SFR. It's round 9. We are in Australia this week. My name is Nick and I'm joined by Kachao. Kachao, my friend, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. It's very early in the morning here, but we're doing all right. It's not too bad. So this one's going to kick off soon. So let's get into it. Let's have a quick look at the circuit. We are in my hometown, Australia, which is pretty exciting. So the Albert Park track, it's a 16-turn, 5.3 kilometre circuit. What are your thoughts on this particular track?
It's a tough one because I feel like it's very hard to hook up over one lap in qualifying.
Yep.
I like the layout. I really like it. Pretty tight track as well. I think it's a street circuit.
It is, yeah. So it's it's a temporary circuit, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, that obviously makes it a bit hard to overtake as well. So let's hope the guys today can show us some more than we usually see in real life.
Yeah, so it's not a track known for its overtaking areas. It's got a couple of DRS zones, probably overtaking spots. Usually, turn 1 is usually where you see some passing opportunities. Around about turn 3, turn 4, out of that DRS zone, you'll often see some. Also around sort of that turn 6, the heavy braking zone. And we'll keep an eye out for turn 12 as well. That sometimes catches a few people out. I think I remember doing an NRL race here and Dommy Lee losing it at turn 12. So we'll see if that gets anyone tonight. In the meantime, though, we've got a few minutes before we start. The championship standings. You've got them. Do you want to take us through those while you've got them?
Yep, no problem. So sitting in P1, like every week, we have 5 Kugeln Eis on 170 points. Pretty far behind is Cornet on 122 points. Then another big gap to Oracali in P3 on 77 points. He is tied with Cool Beans in P4, also on 77 points. And then we have, I think it's a bit mixed up. Next we have Rainer on 52 points, and then we have Fonzie on 56 points. So I guess we'll just switch those two around. Then after that we have Will Ants and Lasse also tied on points, both with 38. Then we have Frog Labelle on 35 points, and then once again 2 guys tied on points with 22. Righty Boy and Weird. Quick look at the constructors as well. McLaren in first on 177 points. Then we have AlphaTauri in second on 160 points. Red Bull third with 99 points. Pretty close behind we have Ferrari with 94 points. Then in P5 is Williams with 67 points. In P6 we have Haas with 50 points. In P7 we have Renault with 36 points. Alfa Romeo on 19 points. Mercedes with 13 points, and then in last, having wooden spoon at the moment, we have Racing Point with 5 points.
Wow, okay, so it's Racing Point bottom, is that right?
Yep, they are at the moment.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so battling it out with Mercedes. Speaking of Mercedes, one of the Mercedes drivers, Van Rocco, I believe it's his birthday today, I think I saw in the chat. I'm not too sure, but he's another trip around the sun for Van Rocco, so happy birthday to him. We'll see if he can get some points tonight. The cupboard's been a bit bare when it comes to championship points this season. His teammate, though, Delta Lima, has had a great season. So let's maybe see if he can share it around with him. We've got 19 in the lobby, so we're not too far away from getting this started. Van Rocco says predictions, P1 from Kugelnice. Good to see he really went out on a limb there. Cornet in P2. It's been very brave with these predictions. And Stuart Little in P3. I'm looking forward to calling a Stuart Little race, so that will be fun. And I think we're not too far. Do you have any predictions for the race, Kachow?
I will do what Delta or Van Rocco didn't do. I will go risky today.
Yep.
In P1, I have Frog Lebel. In P2, I have Giamma. And in P3, let's see, P3 is going to be Exotic.
Frog, Giamma, and Exotic. All right. Well, if any of those drivers crash out or have a DNF or something happens, it's not my fault. It's all Kachow's fault. So he's the one who's done the predictions for you. But no, hopefully that doesn't happen and they all have good races. So we're not too far away from this one now. I don't mind this circuit, actually. Obviously, it's my hometown. I've been to this circuit in person quite a lot. So, hopefully we get some good racing tonight. I think I've really only commentated once for CCR in terms of NRL. I think it was like one of the first races I ever did in that league. And it was, we had rain at the end as well, which made it really, really exciting. And Stein actually won that one. Now, you've raced here before in SFR in one of the first seasons, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sure was the first race of last season.
Yeah.
And for me personally, it was very, very bad because I got damaged in like lap 1 because the cars ahead of me didn't go, and then I had to pit, and it was a full wet race. So I did, I think, 26 laps on the same set of wets and just missed out on the points. But Stuart Little won that one actually.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, is he here today? Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
so
he is. Yep, in the McLaren.
Let's see if we can repeat that victory.
Yeah. No, keep going, sorry.
Because maybe it's just one of those tracks that suits them. Like everyone has that one track where they are very good. So
Yes.
maybe it's Australia for Stuart.
Yeah, well, we're going to see. He is in the McLaren now. I think we're waiting to get Dace sorted out to see what car he is going to jump into, and then we'll be getting this one underway. I know this league always with the predictions, always about rain. I haven't seen the predictions in a little while, so it seems that everyone tries to predict rain every week, and it never happens. So maybe it's a town renowned for its crazy weather. We'll see if it does rain, and hopefully we get started shortly. I don't know what the hold up is. It's just Dace he's in there. He doesn't seem to want to select a car. Everyone else has selected their cars. We might just go through the grid just quickly. Where are we? So let me get this up. All right, so let's have a look. Speaking of the grid, so it is in the Mercedes team. It's Van Rocco and the Cool Runnings inspired helmet at Delta Lima. Not from Jamaica, but neither Mark Kenya's not from Kenya. Not from every other country that he has every week either. Cool guy. I commentated on a race of his last night in FRL Australian time, so we'll see how he goes tonight. Giamma is the other Ferrari. Mr. Woot and Tossa Kaber in the Red Bulls. For McLaren, it's that man from Kugelnice and Stuart Little. That's a pretty strong pairing, actually, of drivers. So look for a good result from those two. Mike Edwards and Frog Lebel. So that's who you've predicted to win tonight. Frog Lebel, the Canadian in the Renault. It's Will Ans and Cornet in the AlphaTauri. Then it's Big Boy and Ted Watto in the Racing Point. So it's all British team there, the Alfa Romeo. So that's who we're just waiting on right now. We've got 19 drivers ready. So George, we'll just go George. Lasse Haverhals and Exotic in the Haas. And then in the Williams, we've got Rainer Zufall, and Dace has finally worked out where he's going to be. So no, not a full lobby tonight. We've only got 19, but the football is on. It's Euro 2021. Is that? Am I correct in saying that?
Well, it's Euro 2020, but in the year 2021, because last year, obviously because of COVID and the pandemic, it had to be cancelled. So they're just doing that under the same name, but this year. So yeah, but it's on right now. Yeah.
Awesome. So the Dutch team are playing. So that's why we've got. Well, Holmesy sometimes races in this league, but we've got 19. So 19's better than less than 19. I don't know where's it been? Is Germany in it this year in the Euro?
Of course.
Okay.
We are going to win the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Now my word.
I love that. I love that confidence. All right, we'll leave that for others to argue. I don't even know where it's being played right now. So, all right, cool.
Everywhere.
All right, so we are. Oh, I saw that guy from Denmark. Anyway, this is racing, not football. We'll get on with it. I don't know anything about football either.
Looking at the Discord, it seems like Henry Rogers is going to join the session, but he will probably miss qualifying. So that's the missing Alfa Romeo, but he is about to join the lobby.
Okay.
Of course, with the glitch in this game, even if he manages to qualify, he will start last.
Yeah.
I think it's still a thing in the game. I don't think they patched it yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he will start last.
Yeah, because I've seen that happen a few times. So, well, we'll expect Henry Rogers a little bit later. A little bit of the chat. The rain. That's Viet saying that I'm his favourite commentator. Thanks, Viet. I told him that he had to say that last night when I was talking to him to put in the chat today. So thanks, Viet. I appreciate that. Big shout out to Ben as well. So, look at that! It's raining. Finally in SFR, it's finally raining. So, all right, let's get the track up. All right, cool. So it's raining. I was gonna say shout out to Ben, who's been normally commentating. He couldn't make it today. That's why I'm just filling in for him. But yeah, we finally have rain in SFR. It's finally happened. So. Looks like one of the Mercedes drivers is going to lead us away. We'll see if it stays for the race. If someone, we'll see if someone can send us a weather report if it's going to be raining all the race as well. If not, we're going to enjoy a wet qualifying anyway. So Delta Lima is going to get us away around the circuit. What we might do, let's jump on board. As he comes out of the pit lane, maybe let's go for a lap. Kichao, walk us through the lap from a driver's perspective. What are you looking for? What do you see?
So going into who are you on board with right now?
Delta Lima.
Let me see. Yeah, so going through here, I think depending on the setup, it's very sketchy, the inside curb, so you might want to stay away from that. In this chicane, just use all of the track on the inside and outside, and be cautious on the throttle because the curb can easily spin you around. And this personally is my least favorite corner because it's just such a hard traction zone. Your car is still sideways, you're still steering to the left, but you just have to make sure that you get on the power as early as possible. And I love this section. This chicane is beautiful. Make sure to cut it on the inside and then on the right. Going through this next corner, I really struggled personally because I always understeer for some reason. And again, make sure you stay away from the curb on the exit. And here just send it into that corner, straighten up the car. Nice, easy trail braking into the corner, and then just get on the power as early as possible.
And then away you go. All right, so Delta Lima's going to set the first timed lap. He's on his way now. So quite a few cars out on the circuit. I would assume that you get the standard sort of strategy of fueling it up a few extra laps to get out there, get those tyres up to temperature, and get into a bit of a rhythm with the wet track. So I think we'll see a few guys put in timed runs straight away. Most drivers are out there. Mr. Woot's decided to go dries on the softs. It's a very interesting strategy there from Mr. Woot. We'll see if that pays off for him as Delta is just coming through sector 2 now. So yeah, this is where they're going to actually change the circuit in real life. So going to make it a little bit easier because it isn't really great for overtaking. There's a big hill that you can stand on there. You can see the cars coming at full tilt and then braking really hard. So it's actually a good spectator view. But in terms of racing, it's not that great. They're coming through turn 12. So be very cautious of that curb through there as well. We'll see if that catches anyone out. So then 13, yeah, so sort of the understeer is kind of like a medium speed kind of corner, and it can be a bit deceiving. And let's see what Delta puts in. We've got quite a few cars out there. We've got a couple of the Renaults behind him, so we'll see what times they put in. But Delta's going to sit at the top of the time sheets. We'll see for how long. It's a 1:34. Mike Edwards comes across the line. He goes top. Frog LaBelle, he's just beginning his lap. We've got one of the Williams out there, Rainer Zufall. He's just set a time as well. I was trying to catch Cornet there. He is gone P1 with a 1:33.5. We have Ted Wardo is out there as well. He's coming across the line. He goes a 1:34.7. There is McLaren, Stuart Little. Let's see what he can do. He's just on outlap. All right. So, what about Van Rocco, the birthday boy? Can he get points this week? He goes P8 with a 1:34.9. Then it's a couple of the Haas. So Exotic, he has invalidated his lap. Lasse Haverhals, he hasn't though. He's just coming around turn 13 now. So let's see what he can do. We do short qualifying as well if you've not joined us before. This is an 18-minute qualifying session. We're almost a third of the way through. Lasse Haverhals coming around the final turn. Let's see what he can do. He goes P1 with a 1:32.6. So nice work there. Wow. Yeah. Very nice. Frog LaBelle. He's yet to set a time.
I think it will be interesting to see if guys all go P2. I think it will be interesting to see if the track will dry up towards the end and people will go out on softs, or if it's going to be wet the whole session.
Yeah, well that's going to be it, isn't it? It's the times might start to come down. Mr. Woot's still in the pits on those soft tyres. Yeah, but will the track be able to dry enough to go out there on a slick pair of tyres? Slick set of tyres, should I say. As Henry Rogers, who's joined us, he's on his first flying lap, so good to see Henry able to end up making it. Exotic, he's yet to set a time, so he's invalidated his lap a couple of times. He's coming back through turn 13 now. At the moment, though, with a third of the session completed, it's Lasse Haverhals with a 1:32.6, sits on top from Frog LaBelle and Cornet in P3, and our championship leader, Funf Guggenheis, in P4, followed by Stuart Little and the other McLaren in P5. Exotic using all of the curb around the final turn there. The American, very, very interesting line. Maybe he's got like a four-wheel drive mode or something on his car that we don't know about. Lasse Haverhals goes at 1:32.3. This is Van Rocco, so he's 7/10 down on his best time. We'll get back to him shortly. Yep, go.
I think I have to expose Exotic. I don't know if you saw anything from yesterday's race in NRL.
No.
He tried to put in lap 33 for fastest lap, and just went up and just went completely straight and missed the pit entry.
Oh, okay.
It was interesting.
Which track was it?
Hungary.
Okay, yeah, easy to do there in Hungary. Put that up the top. All right. Just give me 2 seconds. There we go. All right, cool. So Tosta Caber, he goes P6. Cool guy is out there right. No, he's not. All these guys are in the pits. What are they doing? All right, so we've got 10 minutes remaining in the session. This man here, Van Rocco, he's down in P14. There's 5 drivers that are yet to set a time. That's Henry Rogers, George Dace, Mr. Woot, and Cool Guy. They're all in the pits by George. He's on his out lap. And Van Rocco goes 8/10 faster. He's faster than his teammate right now. He's down in P12. Exotic, he has invalidated his lap. His teammate, though, however, Lasse Haverhals, he's on top. He's on top of the timesheets. He's going to come into the pits. And then we've got another Renault on an out lap out there as well. I think I saw Tosta Caber. Just a few guys sort of just getting set to go again. Tosta Caber, though, he's 3.5 tenths up on his best time. Looks like the rain has actually stopped falling. So we're halfway through the session, and you can't actually see the rain falling anymore. Now,
I have some insider info, and apparently it's going to be dry in a few minutes.
okay, dry in a few minutes. All right. Mike Edwards, he's in P8 right now. He goes a purple sector 1, so maybe that track is beginning to dry. Honesy in the chat says, can you make it clear to all the viewers that it's not coming home? I don't know what that means, but that was aimed at you, Kachau, from Honesy. So I I assume that's something to do with your comments earlier about Germany winning the Euro 2020 and 21.
It's something like that, but the British guys always they always say it's coming home because football was invented in England and stuff.
Right, yeah.
It's definitely not coming home. They are not going to win the Euros.
Oh, okay.
No way.
All right, you're hanging it on the British. The Australians love to do that as well, so I'm all about it. All right, I can get on the board. It's not coming home train, that's for sure. As Mike Edwards, let's see if this track is drying. He's currently P8 with a 133.5. He goes a 132.9, so he does improve pretty significantly on his time. Some drivers starting to go for the slick tyres now as well. So one of those is this man Ted. There was no one actually out on track on the slick tyres. It's on the timing screen. They're in the pits. But yeah, yet to actually go out onto the track.
Wood is out. Wood is the first guy who's out on his softs. He's on his out end though, so.
Alright, we'll pick him up. Giamma is about to finish his lap though. He's currently P8 with a 133.5. He's on the inters. And he improves, he goes to P7. So we've got just under 7 minutes left in the session. The two Renaults are near each other. So Frog LaBelle, he's on the inters as well. He goes to purple sector 2. Coming around 313 now. Can he get above? He's half a second away from Cornet. So it's a big gap to make up. 6.5 minutes left in the session. Just we've got drivers on the slick tire on the soft. Mr. Woot is on his out lap, so we'll see how he fares in the conditions. Frog LaBelle goes P2, so nice time from Frog. Mike Edwards is going to come into the pits. Looks like there was a. Let's get to Mr. Woot. He's on his out lap. Let's see how these faring in the conditions. Big brake lock up there into 15.
It looks very, very slippery at the moment.
Yeah. Still got a third of the session to go. I think the slick tyre is going to be the tyre to eventually get on. Maybe not right now, but give it another minute or so. think it will
I'm guessing the last guy to sell a lap will probably be Paul because he will have the best track conditions. That's my guess at the moment.
All right, we'll see if that comes to fruition. Giamma, he does improve on his time by 3/1000ths, but doesn't improve his position of P7. This is this is Big Boy in the Racing Point. He's still on the inters as well, so the majority of drivers now on the soft tyre. So drivers doing, as he comes through turn 12 there, gets a little bit loose. Still a little bit of spray coming off there.
DRS just got enabled, so I think now is the time to definitely switch to the dry tires.
Good spot there. So we saw that just as he was coming through to turn 13. Let's see what time he can set. No, he's going to come into the pits. All right. Mr. Woot. He is the first driver on the softs. Still looks a little bit slippery. He's yet to set a time, so we're not going to know what it's compared to his best time.
Yeah,
and he's
it's definitely the right decision to pit now and then go out again at the end, because I think if he finishes the lap, he won't have enough time to go around again and then.
Speaking of going around, it's that man Toss the Caber who's spun. We've seen that happen quite a few times. That's turn 3. Add another one to the ticker on the website. That's a Spinanella by Toss the Caber. He's gone around and we caught it on the stream. So put another one in the books for Toss. We've got just under 4 minutes left in the session. Where I'm just looking for...
improving by almost 1.8 seconds. So in the last corner right now.
Here we go. He's coming around. He smashes his time by 3.6 seconds to go top of the time. So Ted Wardo on the right tyre at the right time. What about Cool Guy? He's on the softs as well. Just having a look. There's another Williams out there. Rainer Zufor. He's currently P10 with a 33.9. He's just beginning his lap. He's Williams' teammate though, Dace. I think might have had a bit of an excursion just near turn 13 there. Toss will have to go into the pits from his earlier spin. Let's see, Rainer Zufor, he's up by 2 seconds. So it's going to be a bad rush with the last 2 and a bit minutes to get out there on the track on those faster soft tyres. Delta Lima's still... Oh, sorry?
Connie's just coming to the last sectors, improving by, I think it was around 2.8 seconds.
2.4 I think I saw on my screen. Yep.
I personally think he went out too early.
He's pitting, yep.
But he won't have enough time. I think...
Be pretty close.
I don't think he will make it, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
The outlap is probably going to be around 125.
Yeah.
130 if he has traffic, so this is going to be so close for coming.
Alright, here comes Rainer Zufor, who goes top of the time, so 26.2. So great lap from him. Cool Guy on the soft tyres as well. He moves himself up into P17. Big Boy's on an outlap. Henry Rogers, he is coming through turn 9, so I'll get back to him. The other Alfa Romeo is coming around the final turn. We might stay with Henry Rogers for a little while. It doesn't matter where he qualifies. He's going to start 20th because he joined the lobby late. We're down to the last minute and a half. Will Ans is retired from the session. That was Will. Yeah, turn 12. All right, I didn't get that on the stream, but Will is out of qualifying. There's a Renault out there. I think it's Mike Edwards. Let's see. It is Mike Edwards. He's 4.6 seconds up on his best time, which is currently a 32.9 in P7. Let's see how far up he can get. He goes top with a 124.4. So the times are starting to tumble with these changing conditions. A lot of cars out there right now on outlaps. One of them is the Mercedes of Van Rocco. So So he's going to be pretty much the first driver to lead them away. I think George, he's coming around. He's just set a purple sector 2. So coming through turn 12 now. Navigates that fine into 13. Our cool guy goes top of the times with a 1:24.3. So that's a 10th faster than Mike Edwards. Got a Red Bull of Mr. Woot coming around as well. So is Toss the Caper on an outlap. I'll get back to George in a second. But Mr. Woot, he's yet to set a time. And he goes P5. So good time from him. George has moved up as well. He moved up into P3. A lot of action on the track. Oh no, Van Rocco, what are you doing? So that's just near turn 6. He's out. All right. We'll get back to him later. Delta, he has invalidated his lap, so he can't go again. Henry Rogers, we've gone 000. Giamma goes top of the timesheets at 1:22.7. So the times are dropping all over the place. He's going to come and pit in Henry Rogers. Lasse Haverhals, he's coming around the final turn now in the Haas. He is currently P11 with a 1:32.3. He's going to absolutely smash that time. Exotic's retired from the session. He goes P2.
Again.
Rainer Zufall in the Williams. I think it's the only Williams driver. I know Dace is the other Williams driver out there. What can Rainer do? He goes pole position. Rainer, great lap from him. What has Big Boy got? He's a second up. But Frog LaBelle goes at 22.1. So he beats Rainer's time. Big Boy, Big Boy goes P1. Stuart Little, where's Stuart Little? What can he do? Stuart Little goes P2. We've got the 2 Red Bulls out there. Toss the Caber goes P4. What about Mr. Woot? Mr. Woot goes P5. Oh, there's a McLaren off at turn 13. Dace is coming around. I think that is it. Yeah, that all just kicked off. That was just seeing who the which McLaren that was at 13. I think it might have been from Kulganice. He's going to start very low in the standings. He's going to be down in P13. So, whew, that session all kicked off once the rain stopped and the time started to tumble. But it's Big Boy in the in the Racing Point has come home in P1. Stuart Little in P2 and Frog LaBelle P3. So congratulations to Big Boy. I don't know if that's his first.
Oh,
if that's his, if
Big Boy has a grid penalty.
Oh no! Well, he's going to live it up while he can. Congratulations to Big Boy on pole position right now with a 1:21.8. So the rain, once the rain dried up, he was able to be on the right tyre at the right time, and he's taken pole position for SFR round 9. We're in Australia. We'll see if that's where he does end up starting. But for now, he can just soak it in and enjoy it. But yeah, he's our pole position winner. Whew, that was pretty intense there towards the end. What were your thoughts, Kachow?
Well, it was pretty much as expected. The last guy to set a lap got pole basically. So, but yeah, very unlucky that Big Boy has a grid penalty. I think it was very early on.
Okay.
With Henry Rogers and Kulganice also with a grid penalty. So a lot of guys actually, Manrocco and Rogers, George as well. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're gonna find out in a few seconds where everyone's going to start. But Exotic down in P15 as well. Van Rocco, we saw, had that incident at turn 3. So we'll quickly go through that grid again. But that was a pretty exciting qualifying session. Now, I think you said you got the weather report and said that it's going to be a dry race. And it looks like it is going to be a dry race. Yep. All right. So that's indicative of what's on the screen. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one now. Let's have a quick look again at the grid. So Stuart Little has ended up being P1. Frog LaBelle has moved up into P2. Toss the Caber P3, Mr. Root. So it's a Red Bull, all Red Bull second row. Rain of the Zoophor takes P5. Big Boy P6. Giamma in P7. Lassa Haberhals, Cool Guy and Mike Edwards round out the top 10. So Big Boy dropped down into P6. So unfortunately for him, he had the grid penalty. And it's Ted Wardo, Corn 8. One of the fast drivers in this league, down pretty low for him. Exotic in P13. George in 14th. Delta Lima in 15th. 16th is Will Ann. 17th is Funf Guggenheis. 18th is Dace. 19th is Van Rocco. And 20th is Henry Rogers because he didn't start. He wasn't in the lobby when we got underway. But that's our grid. Let's have a look at tyre selections. So majority of drivers have gone for the softs. Only 2 medium runners right now, Dace and Henry Rogers. Cornet going for the hards. Has left the session. So I'm not too sure what's happened there. Will Answers left the session. So I'm not too sure if that's connection issues or what that situation is.
Maybe looks like we're going to adjust the grid because of all the penalties. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're starting the session.
Ah, right.
Okay. I think it's the right decision though because a lot of people getting penalties who didn't deserve to get one, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think I was just thinking there was nothing. I didn't see any incidents or anything happening. All right, so we're going to reset the lobby then, and we'll get this one. Yeah, we'll get this one going. Stuart Little, it was coming home, but now it's not. But now it isn't. All right, we were coming home to the race, but yeah, the race, it's not happening. All right, so what are we migrating host? Might as well. So I think we're going to have to wait for. We'll have to wait for the new invites to be sent out. All right, so we're getting out of that one. All right, so we're just going to have to wait for it to restart the lobby. In the meantime, we might just have a look at. Oh, actually, I'll put that other screen on. There we go. All right, so having to restart the lobby. All right, well, the qualifying that qualifying that wasn't too bad. That was a good result from Big Boy. But you said it early on that we would see the last guy out on track would set the fastest time. And that definitely happened. So, all right. So we're just going to wait for everyone to reset the lobby, and then we'll be underway. I'm just thinking about what are we going to talk about now. While we've here we go. Here's a new invite. How have you been going in NRL, Kachel? Let's talk about you for a little bit. How have you been travelling? I haven't had a chance to watch much Nemesis Racing League at the moment. How have you been travelling? How's the league been travelling?
I'm glad that you're asking. I'm actually leading the championship by around 20 points, I think, at the moment.
Honestly, I did not know that. I didn't know that. All right. So we're talking to the championship leader. Nice.
Oh, you are. The standings haven't been updated yet, so trust me, I'm not lying when you're checking, but it is actually true. Yesterday was a bit of a weird one. I tried to qualify on mediums and then went out on softs again just to see what I can get, and then slowed down but not enough and improved, which made me start on the softs. Then I spun in lap 2 and was last by like 2.5 seconds and somehow still got P3. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with my season so far.
Okay, excellent. You're leading the championship by 20 points. That's pretty. You've almost got a race win up your sleeve.
I'm happy. I mean, a lot of other guys like Honzi, for example, he missed I think 1 or 2 races, so
okay,
maybe that obviously helps. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to finally beat this guy because he can't win again. He is the only championship winner in NRL so far, and I have to change that.
Yeah. Well, it's not coming home to Holland this year, this season for NRL, you reckon?
I'm hoping it won't, because the next guy in the standings is Stein, who's also Dutch.
Oh.
So
Well, there's so many.
yeah,
There's so many of them in that league. It's tough. Looks like you've got some. You got a fan in the chat there as well. Al Stifler is hi Kichau. That's some sort of that might be in German, and then in Kichau we trust. So you got a fan in the chat. I'm not too sure who that is. But yeah. Oh well. All right, well, have you raced at Spa yet?
we did, yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
was the anniversary for NRL.
Yeah.
Where we did the sprint race to set the grid, and I spun in that race.
Okay.
So I started, I think, P16 and got P3.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright.
But actually, the next track we're racing is also Australia. So I'm going to look at some guys today and see what their pace is.
All right, you're just doing a bit of reconnaissance this evening for it. So, all right, nice work. All right, so we're just getting the lobby reset. Looks like we got all 19 drivers in there. Waiting for Cornet and Will Ans. George, it looks like there's more. All right, we'll leave them to sort that out. All right. Well, your prediction. So you predicted Frog to win, Giamma to come second, and Exotic to come third. So we'll see in terms of where they all qualified. Giamma was around about P7. Frog was up there in P3, and Exotic was a little bit further down the field. So your predictions are looking close right now.
I'm confident, but Exotic is letting me down at the moment. I know it's one of his better tracks.
Yes.
So, yeah, let's see if he can pull something out of his sleeve and give us a driver of the day type performance.
Yeah, well, we see he's pretty good in terms of racing. Sometimes his qualifying lets him down a little bit, but we've seen him get some podiums. Well, I've seen him get some podiums before as well in other leagues, and yeah, he generally is. He's one of those sort of Sergio Perez types where qualifying's not really their thing, but in the race he's a bit different. So we'll see what he can do once we get this one underway. The lobby looks pretty full. I'm just having a look at the Discord chat. All right, so where are we? It looks like it's sort of getting all sorted. Delta Lima's all over it. All right, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we'll just have to wait it out for now. I haven't had an issue like this happen for a little while in terms of resetting grids and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. So, in terms of championship picture, we were talking about it before we came on the air. So, what's the in terms of Fünf Kugelneis is our current championship leader? What's the situation with the championship?
So, at the moment, I would say that it's pretty much not. Obviously, it's not impossible. It's going to be very, very hard to catch him. I think Conny basically has to win every race, and Fünf has to DNF or not score any points. It's mathematically still possible, but I doubt that it's going to happen. But we will see. We still have 4 races to go with this one today, so
Yeah.
everything can happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, out in front, it's a bit of a gap, and then even from second to third, but third and fourth is Oricale and Cool Beans. So they're both on 77 points. It's very close between those two. Then Rainer Zufall and Honesy. Rainer's on 52 points and Honesy's on 56. Honesy's a reserve in this league, so it's close between those two. And then it's Will Ans and Lasse Haverhals both on 38 points, so they're tied. So it's really close between them. We've only got 3 races left after this one, so 4 including today. The next races, Bahrain, Singapore, and Mexico. It's an interesting set of circuits there. Mexico especially, and Singapore obviously not everyone's cup of tea. And then after that, 35 points is Frog Labelle. So it's pretty tight between, where are we? So 3, the top 7 or 8. So from about 2 to 8, it's pretty tight. So especially Oricale and Cool Beans, which I don't think Cool Beans is racing tonight. I don't think I saw his name out there earlier. So Oricale's, and was Oricale racing today? I don't think so. Either his teammate, the other Italian, Giamma, was, but I don't think Oricale is out there from memory. No, he's not. All right, Giamma is, but all right. Well, those 2 aren't going to increase any further. Who else? Let's have a quick look. And then
seems like
yeah.
Really quick, so we are only 19 guys because Cool Guy had a qualifying ban which he didn't serve, so he's been DSQ'd from the session.
Oh, okay.
He won't race.
Okay. He did. All right, maybe he forgot it. Maybe he forgot about it. Not too sure. All right. Cool. All right. Well, I think. Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're getting a bit closer by the looks of things. Dace wants to know, does he have time to go to the bathroom? Maybe. Yeah, he does. All right. So we're still a little while away from getting this one started. Hopefully not too far away. We won't discuss if it was at number 1 or number 2 for what Dace needs to do. All right, so yeah, this the most important part, I guess, is setups. Making sure that you get your setup sorted, and then also just in terms of tires as well. So the session kind of ended with everyone on the soft tire, so making sure that everyone starts on the tire that they qualified on is most important. And then, yeah.
Well, looks like we're going.
Yes, so we've got 8 ready, 9 ready, 1 more, and we're going to go. Here we go. All right. So we've got the required 10. We're 20 T minus 20 seconds for getting this one back underway. This is SFR round 9. We've just had a little issue to begin with, but we're about to get this one back started, and then we'll have a look at the grid as well, because it's going to be interesting to see, will Big Boy start on pole position? We're going to find out. I am exotic. Graphics look good. Yeah, doing it through OBS now. Brought a new computer, so yeah, trying to stream 60 frames per second. I think it's going all right. Oh, and maybe the other graphics. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Who knows? But thanks for noticing anyway. I appreciate it. All right. So we'll see where the grid comes out.
All right.
Here we go.
I think we're still going to wait like 5 minutes before we run release up, because that's just how that league works.
Yeah, it's very very specific about the pre-race procedures in this league. All right, let's have. Hang on, it's not race director. No. Yeah, race director. All right, cool. So let's have a quick look at this revised grid. So Big Boy is going to start on top. So he's going to get his pole position. Stuart Little is going to start P2. He's in a Williams now. He was in a McLaren earlier on. Frog LaBelle is going to start from P3 in the Renault. Toss the Caber, P4. P5 is Mr. Woot. Good result for Mr. Woot there. I hope his internet holds up tonight. Rainer Zufor, P6. Giamma in P7. P8 is Lasse Haverhals. P9's George. And Mike Edwards in P10. So that's our top 10. Then the Racing Point. Ted Watto was the top of the timesheets for a little while there, but he ended up starting P11. Funf Kulgenais, he is in P12, our championship leader. P2 in the championship, Cornet F1. He is P13. Exotic, so he's got a big drive ahead of him if he wants to get on the podium. As predicted by Kachau in the Haas, he's P14. Van Rocco, not a very happy birthday for him, P15. P16, his teammates. So I wonder how many times Van Rocco's out-qualified his teammates so far this season. But they're down in P15, 16. Will Ans in the AlphaTauri, so he had it off. Ended up falling out of qualifying, P17. Henry Rogers in P18 and P19 is the other American. Dace in the McLaren. In terms of tyre choice, mediums seem to be the go for the bottom 10. So Mike Edwards, Funf, Cornet, Van Rocco, Will Ans, Henry Rogers and Dace have all gone to the mediums. Hard tyres, Ted Watto and Exotic. So it'll be interesting to see how all that shakes out. In terms of tyre life, my little cheat sheet says around about 10 to 12 laps is how long the soft tyres will last. Around about 15 to 18 on the mediums, and then 22 to 24 on the hard tyres as well. So we've got all three tyre compounds in play. We'll have to wait and see how it all plans out, but we're looking about sort of that, what are we going to do, 29 laps around here. About mid-race is when we'll see all of it kind of kicking off from about lap 10 to 15. We'll see all the pit stops play out. Until then, hopefully we get some good, clean, hard racing, and they put on a good show for everyone watching. And thanks for watching, whether you're watching live or on delay. Don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, helps the network out. Plenty of racing on here. You can watch Kachau race, you can hear him commentate. Plenty of good drivers and good action on the network as well. Look at that, someone just liked as well. See, it's all about, you got to put it out there to get people to do it. So, all right. So we're just waiting for this one to get started, and then we're underway. So do you, are you going to stand by your predictions there of Frog, Giamma and Exotic?
I don't know about Exotic. I will stick with Frog and Giamma, but I think I'm going to change Exotic for Stuart. I'm sorry, Exotic. You know I love you, but I don't have a lot of faith in you after that quali.
I love the frankness. All right, so you're swapping out swapping out Exotic for Stuart Little. All right, so we'll cross Exotic off. We'll put Stuart Little in. So Kachau just cursed two people's races. No, I'm kidding. All right, so they're getting off underway. Do you want to take us through that grid one more time while they do their formation lap?
I will do that. So in P1, bit of a surprise pole, but I'm all for it. We have Big Boy, then Stuart in P2, Frog LaBelle P3, and then we have Toss and Mr. Wood. Mr. Wood seems to be struggling with his internet again because he just left the session again for the second time. Then Rainer, who sadly got stripped of his podium last week due to some penalties. And we have Giamma in P7, Lasse Haverhals in P8, and George in P9. Then the first guy who will have free tire choice because of the DSQ from Kuga is Mike Edwards, and Ted Watto in P11, our championship leader in P12. Right behind him, just like it is in the standings, we have Cornet, Exotic in P14, then we have the two Mercedes in Monroco and Delta Lima. In P17 we have Will Ans, and in P18 Rogers in the Alfa Romeo, and running out up the grid is Dace in P19.
All right, good timing. Thank you for doing that as well. Got a few sort of fast guys at the back. Funf, Cornet, Henry. Well, Henry Rogers is a bit of a time trial expert. We'll see. He's probably my favourite driver to watch for overtaking. So we'll see what he can do. That's Mucho Chan in the chat. The quali was dry or wet because they started with inters. It started wet and then finished dry. So it was they started with inters and they finished with the soft slicks. So hopefully that answers your question. Good to have you on board, Mucho. You had a good race last night in FRL. Came home P4. We did a post-race interview with him as well. Very enthusiastic member of the FRL League. It's good to have him in the chat and watching. Thanks for coming along. Probably not as early in the morning as it is on my side of the world. So a little bit more accommodating for him. So everyone is gridding up now. Mr. Woot, I don't know about that internet connection. Can it hold up? We're going to wait and see. Alright, looks like we're about to get this one underway. Please don't... hopefully we can. Don't glitch out. I haven't had this happen for a very long time.
Oh no.
I don't think I can talk about anything else if this is going to grid out again.
I think there might be because of mood and problems.
I think we've got another issue. Session no longer exists.
Did you get kicked?
Yeah, it says in the chat. Alright. No good.
Oh, come on. Wait, so you are not in the session anymore?
I'm in the session. It said for Mr. Woot, session no longer exists.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm
maybe. Frog LaBelle not very happy.
Yeah, I imagine. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
It does not look good.
Nah. So this is going to be another delay.
I think if like when you're on the grid, you on the right side you have all the guys loading. So if there's still a person loading, maybe he can just leave and then you should be good to go. But migrating home.
Oh no, I blue screened.
Yeah, my game just crashed as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh well.
Good times. Suggested actions. Yeah. Okay.
This is annoying.
Yeah, this is very annoying. Let me put that screen up. All right. I'm still streaming. We'll just hang with it for now. I don't know if I need to reset. Nah, I can go back in. All right. So, whew. It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to wait. I was seriously hoping like we'd start at 4:15 a.m. my time, and I'd be back in bed by like, I don't know, 6 a.m. and I'd get another few hours sleep. But I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe. Hang on. Yeah, my game crashed, but everyone crashed though. So your game crashed as well, didn't it, Kichao?
Yeah, it did. I got kicked out of the session and then my game crashed.
Yeah. All right.
Let's hope the race is over before you have to go to work.
No, I got a day off today, so.
Okay.
Public holiday. Thanks to the Queen. It's her birthday. We're celebrating her birthday, even though it's not her birthday. We get a public holiday for it. So.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Australia has a queen, to be honest.
We don't. It's the English Queen. Well, we do have a Queen, but she's like not here. It's the English Queen.
The
Queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, we're a what are we? We're part of the we're part of the British Empire, if you like, I guess, or whatever we are. We got the Union Jack in our flag, so the British all sent us down here because they thought it was a bit of a dump, and so they sent all the convicts. They sent all the convicts down here, and it ended up being a pretty good country. So the weather's a lot better than England, that's for sure. We're just
I was
miles.
about to say that.
I think
If I had to choose, yes, sorry.
I think the weather's better anywhere than England. I think it doesn't matter where you go.
Well, if I had to choose between Australia and England to go on a vacation, I would 10 out of 10 times choose Australia.
Oh, there you go. Come down here. You can go to the Melbourne Grand Prix. It's a good place to come. It's a long way though. It's a very, very long way from Germany. You're looking at about at least 24 hours of travel, that's for sure. So door to door, it's pretty brutal. So once you're here though, it's good, but you just got to get here. That's the problem, is that we're miles away from anywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of Europeans get very jealous when they say, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to go to France for the weekend," or just going to catch the train to another country. And it's we get very jealous when it's like that, because we could drive for a day and still be in the same country, let alone catch a train somewhere else. But it is what it is. Look, could be living in much worse places in the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think the biggest advantage that England has on you is they don't have snakes or like huge spiders.
See, that's a really common misconception about Australia, that everything wants to kill you.
Well,
that's only like up north in the Northern Territory, up in Queensland. There's big snakes and big spiders. It doesn't really happen down here in Melbourne. We don't get that. It's not too bad. So you gotta
not too bad.
You gotta be. It's the drop bears you gotta be careful of, mate. The drop bears are what gets you. So. They can be super vicious. See, the snakes and the spiders, you don't need to worry about them too much. It's the drop bears that will get you. Been up to much today, lads? I haven't been up to too much. Got up at Anthony Hudson. We're just waiting, mate. We're in the lobby, so we're going to start very, very shortly. We're waiting for everyone to get sorted. Stream will be up. You're looking at either that screen or the lobby screen, so you're not missing anything. As soon as we're up and about, we'll be there. But yeah, Getno, what's been up to much today? What did you do today, Kachao? It's daytime, well, early evening over there. Did you get up to much? Is there much football on today? What's a typical Sunday look like for you?
Well, usually it's playing FIFA and completely losing my mind because of how bad this game is. But I do it every week for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't know either. And then I watched England completely dominate Croatia. They did not. They won, but they won 1-0. So not very convincing. But yeah, they keep saying it's coming home. So we wait.
All right. Well, they've got the Cricket World Cup at the moment, which I have to say was a bit of a fluke how they won it. Let's face it. It was a bit farcical, but they've got it nonetheless. Australia's won it 5 times, so we thought we'd let someone else win it for the time being. All right, that sounds good. Is there? I'm not a FIFA player, so I don't really know, but I imagine it has the same issues as most of the EA Sports games. Oh, that's something that we could talk about actually. The new game. Have you seen anything? Have you any initial thoughts on what the new game looks like and some of the new features in it?
Well, obviously, I think the biggest part is the handling. I can't really say much on that yet.
Yeah.
But the game itself, I like the look of it. I'm a bit disappointed that we still don't have accurate tracks. because I saw videos at Spa, and the bus stop chicane, for example, like you have so much elevation in real life, and in the game it's just completely flat, which is very disappointing. But apart from that, I like the new damage model. I obviously will see how that works, with the rear wing and floor and side pod damage. Um, I'm sure it's going to be very frustrating if you get rear-ended in lap 1 in a league race and you have to do like 20 laps with rear wing damage because you can't fix it in the pits. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun in career mode.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything yet?
I've seen some a few videos and reviews and things. So yeah, the damage model looks the most interesting to me in terms of it's not just your front wing end plates that you're losing anymore, but it's the side pod, it's the barge board, it's everything else, and rear wing and everything. So I think it's going to encourage much more responsible driving, like in terms of if you send it, that because you can't repair it on the fly, so it's not like you can replace the side pod during the race. So I think it's going to encourage more more responsible racing. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That would be good. And in terms of like graphics and everything, looks similar. I'm pretty interested to see what the spectator mode is going to look like. I'm hoping that there's some more options in terms of cameras and things like that. That will be really good. As here we go. All right. So Anthony Hudson, the moment you have been waiting for, my man. Here we go. Just for you, Anthony. Funny you should know, Anthony Hudson's actually quite a famous commentator in Australia, so I doubt it's that Anthony Hudson. But there you go. So we're back up and running. But yeah, the new game looks like it's going to be interesting. The tire model, the new tire model is going to be will be interesting to see. Obviously, you can't really experience that yet until we drive it. I did a commentator race last week, and one of the guys in the league had the beta version. He said he didn't like it, so that wasn't really encouraging. But hopefully that's just him, and that's not everyone. But yeah, the new tire model, the new damage model, and then we'll see what else it's got. I didn't see any. I don't know what classic circuits they've got in there. Like last year they had the Schumacher edition. But then I don't see anything like that this year. I pre-ordered it, but there was no like sort of option for anything like that. So maybe that's going to be the old EA Sports DLC job that they're going to pull on us.
For this game, you have you can choose between 7 legends to use as your drivers in my team or my career, I think.
Yeah.
It's Button, Massa, Coulthard, Schumacher, Rosberg,
Okay.
Prost, and Senna. I think those 7.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's only the pre-order deluxe version, I think.
But are we? Is there going to be any like classic cars? Have they released anything like that yet? I haven't seen anything.
From what I've heard, I think they completely took out the classic cars. I don't know if I'm misinformed there, but I saw something on the F1 game Reddit where guys talked about classic cars completely missing in this game. And what I also saw is that the track changes to Australia are not going to be in the new game.
Okay.
So the adjusted chicane before turn 11 and turn 12.
Oh, well, that's a bit disappointing. Honesy, no classic cars next game. Yeah, that is a bit sad. I think that's been a good part of it over the last few years. So yeah, that's a bit sad to see that won't be there. Well, hopefully, if there's no classic cars, they've been able to put that into other aspects of the game. So, yeah. Alright, so just waiting to get this one sorted out. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't have any more issues and we can get, we have no more dramas, we can get started. So Mike Edwards on the mediums, Funf, Cornet, Van Rocco, Delta Lima, Williams and Dace all on the mediums. Soft runners down the bottom 10 is Henry Rogers, the only one. The rest of the grid, the top 10, have all started on the soft tyres. So that's our strategy wise. We're about to do the format. I wonder if we're going to do formation lap this time or not.
I'm guessing
we already did one. Do we need to do another one, really? Here we go. We are going to do a formation lap. All right.
No, we're not.
Oh, no, we're not. All right, we're going to go racing straight away. All right, didn't know. All right, so Big Boy loses out to Rainer Zufall. So no, Stuart Little leads him through turn one. Everyone seems to have made it through without any dramas. I don't see any carbon fibre flying everywhere. Mr. Mike Edwards and Mr. Woot. Oh, running. Oh, no, Funf has been turned around. That was at turn 3, so he's dropped all the way to the back now. So he had a collision. Can't see the driver who that was. But Funf and Dace are P18 and P19, the two McLaren drivers. So Funf got turned around there. He was starting a little bit lower in the pack than he normally does. Exotic moving past Henry Rogers as they come around the long left-hander of turn 10. First, oh no, that's not turn 10. That was turn 8, I think it was. Yeah, so here's turn 10 now. Cornet and Mike Edwards. This is P10 and P11. But we're underway. That caught us by surprise. Let me quickly... All right, cool. So it's Stuart Little though at the front. Lasse Haverhals getting past George, so he moves his Huss up into P7. Nice start there from Lasse.
Oh, Frogler, no!
Frog LaBelle.
No. Yeah.
Where is he? Oh, so that's at the final turn. So he's dropped. We've got...
I'm so sorry for against you. I'm so sorry.
So Cornet had wing... Exotic and Cornet had wing damage. Yes, they did. Dace did as well. So all three of those drivers are in the pits. Mr. Woot has dropped down into P8. He's just behind George in the Alfa Romeo in P7. As he's got Mike Edwards starting to hassle him now. As they come through, this is turn 6 now. Alright, Will Lands and Henry Rogers. They're swapping positions down in P11 and P12. So this race has gotten underway with a lot of action at the front as well. So it's Rainer Zufall, he's in P4. But Stuart Little in the other Williams. He is P1, leading it by less than a second from Big Boy. That is Toss the Caber. As we see Van Rocco, as Henry Rogers had off there. No, he's dropped 2 spots though. One to Funf as he runs very wide. He's had issue though. He's got front wing damage to his right wing end plate. Front wing end plate. So he will drop down. He's down in P15. He's got Delta Lima and Van Rocco ahead of him. He will have to pit. Funf, a bit of a brake lock up there, but that's okay. So he's down in P12. Let's see if he can come up through the field. But we've already got 3 laps in the books in this one. And it's Stuart Little from Big Boy. So he's hanging around up there. Good to see that from Big Boy. Henry Rogers, a pit and quit. He's done. But Big Boy in P2. Toss the Caber in P3. Rainer Zufall in P4. Giamma, Lasse, George, Mr. Woot, Mike Edwards and Ted Wardo. Round out our top 10. We've lost 2. Frog LaBelle and Henry Rogers have both dropped out already. Whew, that was an exciting start. That was caught us by surprise. We weren't too sure if we were going to do a warm-up lap or not. The answer was given to us shortly thereafter. So, Stuart Little in the Williams out in front. What did you think of the beginning there? The first few laps there, Kachow?
I just caught the end of it, but it looked like one car was jumping over the other car in turn 3. I clicked it, so I might have to look at that again, but that was very confusing. My friends trying to get past Will, who has wing damage.
Oh, he runs pretty wide.
No space left there.
No.
But I'm not a steward, so I won't go too deep into that. But yeah, this is going to be the move because Will obviously has damage and Finn doesn't. So
Yep.
yeah,
Funf manages to get past him down the front straight into turn 1 anyway. Oh, he runs on the grass. Do they make They're in contact. So they both go into the wall at turn 2. That was Will went in really hard into the wall. He's got front wing damage. He was fighting it out with Funf. They both didn't want to give any ground. Delta Lima now trying to get past Funf, who will have damage surely to that car. Frog LaBelle has left the session. Yeah, he said he dropped out. Funf doesn't have any damage at all right now. I don't know what his wing plates are, what his front wings are going to be, red or yellow or whatever it is, but that's he's down in P13. So he's having a horrible race right now. I don't know if his dad's still watching. He might have turned off by now. His son's not doing very well. Yeah, but you've got to say Kachow.
The incident looked very weird. I don't think that Funf missed his braking point. I personally think that Will kind of pushed him through the corner, and then I have no idea. I would like to see Will's preview from that.
Yeah.
Were you watching Funf or did you see what happened?
Yeah, I had it all on the stream, so they'll be able to go back and have a look at it. They were battling it out since about turn 13, and Will Ann squeezed him pretty hard through there, and it looked like it was pretty aggressive going into turn 1 as well. So we'll leave that for the stewards to sort out. Will Ann's being involved in an accident. Sort of, you know, the grass is green, the sky is blue, and water is wet. It's just another day for Will. Funf, he's moved up past Van Rocco into P11. So he's going to try and work his way up through the field as Will is out. So another DNF. So Will, Frog, and Rogers all DNF'd within the first 5 laps of this one. At the front though, Stuart Little has no worries at all with any of that. He's P1, doing it pretty easy over Big Boy. 2-second gap between those two. In the meantime though, Rainer Zufall in the other Williams. They're looking to get a good haul of points today. He's battling it out with Toss the Caber for the final podium spot. So good to see. Commentated FRL race last night with Toss, and he did really well. Managed to avoid a massive incident at off the grid, and had a good finish. So he's continued on some good form there. He's currently P3 with this man, Rainer Zufall, chasing him down in P4.
It's been a good weekend for him. He finally got his first point this season in NRL yesterday with the P8.
Ah, there you go.
Maybe he's going to get a podium today. Maybe it's going to be Rainer who finally gets his first. We'll see.
I think Rainer got a first podium a little while ago, didn't he? I think.
It would have been last week in Hungary, but he was involved in like 2 incidents.
So it got taken away from him. Yep. Yep. All right, so the 2 Mercedes boys down in P12 and 13. This is Delta Lima giving chase to Van Rocco in that other Mercedes as they're just coming through turn 6 there. So these two having their own little private battle. Funfkuganice, about 3.2 seconds up the road. Big brake lock up there.
And
he's able to get it done.
Good move.
So he's in some form right now, Toss. Maybe he's gotten used to that wheel. I know that he went from a controller to a wheel recently, so it does take a little bit of adjusting. It looks like it might start to be paying off for him. Might get a Big Boy is going to come under attack from Rainer now as well. So Big Boy will be trying to hold on to that P3 as hard as he can. Give him every opportunity to score a podium today. I'm not too sure how many podiums he's scored in SFR. Mike Edwards, though, he has... Oh, Mr. Word has gone around. at turn 2. So I'm not too sure. Oh no, then he's put it into the wall all by himself. Alright, I'm not too sure what happened there. Oh, the Mercedes boys almost made contact with him. He's down in P11. Yeah, best to just give it up for those guys to get through. Alright, let's get back to the Rainer Zufall and Big Boy battle. Big Boy managing to keep Rainer behind. We're lap 7 already. So we're almost a quarter race distance. Round about there. Alright, so Rainer pouring the pressure on Big Boy in that racing point. Both on the soft tyres as well. So no pit stops early yet from the leaders. We wouldn't expect them to come in for another 3 or 4 laps at least. Yeah. Let's see if Rainer can get a bit closer. No, he can't. He's got plenty of battery left at this stage. Toss the caber though. He's just sort of gapped him a little bit. He's almost out of the DRS zone. Funf has just moved past Ted Water down the front straight. So he now moves into P9. Where's Cornet? Cornet is having a rough time of it. He's down in P14 in the AlphaTauri. So he's not going to be able to completely capitalise on the misfortune of Funf Guggenheim today. Still a long way to go in this one. We'll see what comes of it though.
Really interesting to see if Cornet can go to the end on his hearts, which he took in lap 1, I think. It might be possible, but I'm not too sure. Maybe he gets lucky and gets a late safety car so he can pit again, but it's going to be tough for him to recover, I think.
Yeah, I think he'd have to be relying on a safety car to get that done. Otherwise, I think he'd risk a puncture if he was to try and go another 21 laps left, 27 laps on those hard tyres. Yeah, it depends on what his tyre management's like. If he can pull that off, that'd be pretty impressive. We'll wait and see. Exotic, though, your man that you chose earlier on, he's giving chase to Cornet, as we just mentioned his name. They're down in P14, 15. So Exotic with the faster tyre compound, the mediums. Coming
actually
through.
Impressive.
Sorry?
He's managing to stay with him. Obviously has the faster tyres, but still, Cornet obviously second in the championship and Exotic a bit further down. So, but honestly, I'm liking this. We have some different guys at the top. Championship leader struggling. I like the race so far.
Yeah, I like it as well. We've got a mix of new guys at the front, especially Big Boy, as well as he's coming under pressure again from Rainer Zufall. He's got to send it around the outside at turn 11. That is a very, very ballsy move from the Williams driver. That's my overtake of the race, Van Rocco, lap 9, Rainer Zufall on Big Boy. There you go. So we've got overtake of the race sorted. I don't think anyone else is going to beat that. Let me quickly write that one down because he always asks me after the race and I always forget. So lap 9, Rainer. All right, on Big Boy.
Stuart and Big Boy in the pits.
So our race leader, P2. Can't remember where Mike Edwards was, but just a straightforward stop. He's gone onto the softs again.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right decision.
I don't think so either. I don't think that was what he actually wanted to do. What is Stuart? Stuart Little went onto the hards. So he'll be able to get home. Yep.
The hards and mediums are pretty equal, I think. The mediums obviously in the early stage are going to be much faster, but they drop off pretty heavily towards the end.
Okay.
When the hards won't. So I think the hards and mediums are pretty equal on pace during the whole second stint.
Alright, so not much difference between the hards and the mediums around here then. So George is on the hards and Stuart Little's just pitted for a fresh set of hards as well, as we see Mr. Woot giving chase to the Mercedes of Delta Lima down there in P11 and 12. But yeah, I think that might have been a mistake. That might have been Jeff getting involved there for Big Boy, getting another set of softs there. So I don't think he'd be very happy. That's kind of potentially ruined his race. He was on track for a podium. In the meantime, though, Toss the Caber is in the lead, as we see Lasse Haverhals pit from P5 from Kulganice. Inherits that. Lasse Haverhals went to the hards. Yep, there he goes. Alright, so we're starting to seeing all the pit stops starting to slowly filter through.
I think Fünf is not out of the race yet. I'm pretty sure he's going to stretch those mediums to go onto the softs in the end, and maybe he also gets lucky and gets a safety car. I also don't know what the Stewards are going to be doing about the incidents he was involved in so far, but I wouldn't rule him out yet.
Yeah, well, we've seen that he has absolutely exceptional pace. He's in P5 right now, and he's still on those mediums. But I think you're thinking that he's going to stretch those mediums out. Sounds like it's probably the most logical thing to do. We'll see if he can move his way up. But in the meantime, though, it's Toss the Caber. He is 6/10 ahead, and he's pitting. All right, so Toss is coming into the pits. Rainer Zufall is going to inherit the lead. So Toss is going to go into the medium tyres. All right. Yeah. So they'll get you home from here.
His helmet is so ugly. I'm sorry, Toss, but what is that? Yes.
Well, he had the for a while he had the old Michael Schumacher classic red helmet.
Definitely better than this. Jesus.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. You know whose helmet I do like? This man here, Big Boy. You can tell he's given it some thought. He's put some effort into it. Oh, he gets pretty loose there coming out of that was through turn 6, I think it was, or 8, whatever. But look at it's a beautiful helmet. Look at, I love the colours. The colours are in a little bit of contrast with the livery of the car, so they stand out. Lasse Haverhals has left the session.
Yeah, I agree. Big Boy has a great helmet.
Yeah.
I like this.
So he's going to give chase to Ted Wardo, who's on those 11-lap old hards. So he'll want to get off them as soon as he can. But in the meantime, Big Boy is going to chase him down on those fresh soft tyres. Oh, it's pretty... It's not really an overtaking corner through 13 and 14. Probably better off to save it for turn 1. Especially with the soft tyre compound he has. He has a significant speed advantage and grip advantage. Should be able to get him up the front straight. Presses the overtake button, opens up the DRS.
Eduardo is letting him pass that.
Yeah.
Bit of team play there. I like it.
So good driving there from Ted Wardo. He stays clear of any incident. He's in a good spot right now though. P5. He still does need to pit. But he's looking alright for a decent result for him. Giamma in the Ferrari. He's looking to get past Delta Lima. And he does just squeeze past. So nice work from him as they come up through turn 5. Flat out right-hander. And he's able to move up into P9. He's going to give chase to the birthday boy, Van Rocco. He's in the points. Let's see if he can stay there. Get a nice little birthday present for him. I don't know how old he is. I won't speculate. I'd say it's older than 21. It's older than 21. Let's just say that. Funf Kulganice, P2. He's yet to pit. Mike Edwards is in the lead right now in the Renault. He's going to pit now as well. So Funf, our championship leader, will inherit the lead. But he does still have to pit. And Kachow, your comment about him stretching it out, I think you're absolutely spot on the money. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Van Rocco He just lost a position to Giamma. So, but it's a Mercedes P9, P10. They're both in the points. Let's see if they can finish there. That would be, I think, a fantastic result for both of those drivers today.
Mike Edwards dropped to P10 after pitting.
Yep.
Would be interesting to see when we think about Fünf and his position after pitting. Because they were
Oh no, sorry to interrupt, but that was George. George just lost it there at turn 3 and 4. He put it into the wall. I don't think he really copped any damage. He did. He's got front wing end damage. Yep. Sorry to interrupt, Kachao. It just happened.
Oh, Fünf actually has a penalty. It's also rare. I don't know if I've ever seen him get a time penalty actually.
No, me neither. So that's very rare for him to get a time penalty as Cornet goes around George around the outside into turn 11. So he moves up into P11. Ted Water is passed by Toss the Caver, so he's got those older hard tyres on. Just in terms of the penalties, we've got a few out there. 3 seconds to Funf, Reina, and Delta, as well as Exotic, George, and Lasse Haberhals. 8 seconds to Mike Edwards, 9 to Dace, and 6 to Mr. Woot down there in P15. So we won't be enjoying that at all. And now Reina, and this is Ted Water. Oh, Ted Water makes a little bit of contact with Reina in his front right tyre. But that's all right. Reina's able to get the job done. George is going to pit to get that damage sorted out. He goes onto a set of mediums, which will definitely get him home from here. That's not a bad helmet from George as well. I don't mind that one. A little bit sort of understated, but not bad anyway. All right. So drivers that are looking good right now. Toss the Caber. He's P4. Big Boy will need to pit again. And Funf will need to pit as well. So it's looking like a potential podium. Stuart Little, Toss the Caber, and Rainer Zufor. Long way to go in this one. We're about the halfway mark. So drivers that are yet to stop is Delta Lima, Van Rocco, Ted Wardo, and Funf Kugelnice. Everyone else has pitted. Position changes, little update. So Funf up 11, but obviously yet to pit. The Mercedes boys up 7 spots. Dace up 6. Ted Wardo up 5. The biggest losers, Mr. Woot dropped down 9. George dropped down 6. And Lasse Haberhals has dropped down 8. So not a great race for those guys today. We'll see if they can manage to recoup some of their losses and get a little bit higher, as we've got 14 more laps, including this one, left to go. This is round 9 of SFR. We're in Australia. My name's Nick. I'm joined by Kachao. Hope you're enjoying the stream on the CCR network. Throw us a like. Throw us a subscribe. We're up to 9 likes for this one, Kachao. I think you're the... We're almost going to get to double digits. Let's see if we can get it to 10 likes. That would be... you got to start somewhere. Double digits would be pretty impressive. So we'll see if we can get it done before the end of the stream. We've had some delays, but that's all right. All right. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts so far?
It's been an exciting race. Like we said before, a bit of a mix-up of the drivers that we've done. But looking at the gap, Fünf is really stretching out that lead to Stuart, so I think he's going to get a huge overcut on all the guys behind him. And then he will have fresh softs. But I think right now he will come out in like P6, P7 maybe.
Well, pit lane time is 21.2 seconds from entry to stop to exit.
Okay, that would be, yeah, P7.
Then you'd be on those soft tyres though to the end.
Yeah, but he does have a penalty, so I think that penalty is going to compromise him a lot actually.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think it was corner cutting, but you pointed out it's probably the first time we've ever seen him get a penalty.
Yeah.
The only other driver I can think of that goes without penalty is Cool Beans. He's yeah, very rare to see him get a penalty. But yeah, I think that's going to come back to bite him a little bit in terms of, you know, with the pit stop. Oh, he's in the pits. All right, here we go.
Yeah, soft.
Yep,
Yeah,
soft tyres. Yep. So
Alright, let's see
new
where
set.
he comes out.
He is. So there goes Toss the Caber. Toss goes. What about Ted Wardo? Is he going to be able to sneak past? He is. Giamma. Oh. So he comes out. Yep. So you were pretty much spot on. You said he was going to come out about P7. Oh, Giamma's going to have a go though. Oh, he went a bit deep. No, so yeah, so Giamma had to sort of back out of that a little bit, but he's all done. So Funf in P6. Ted Wardo still hasn't pitted yet from those hard tyres. Surely he'd want to come in. Probably this lap would be as late as he wants to leave it on those hards to maximise the soft tyres. Now Funf is going to try and go around the outside through turn 10, then into that turn 11, 12, fast left, right hander.
So much more grip, that's insane.
Yeah, they're pretty old hard tyres right now for the old Ted Wardo. We'll see if he pits. Giamma's just behind him. He doesn't need to pit again.
Big boy pitting after his two. Yeah.
Let's see what he
strategy.
Let's see what he goes to. He's going to go to the medium tyres.
Yeah,
this is bizarre. All right.
Very, very important strategy for that. I think we have to ask if it was on purpose or if the game screwed him, but I don't think he was intending to do a two-stop around Australia.
No, definitely not. I think it's a mistake. So Van Rocco's in the pits. Mark Edwards is in the pits. So is Exotic. So he's in P10. He's probably going to come out. Ooh, I think Mr. Woot will get him. So round about P12, P13. No, he gets out in front of him. So Exotic P11. Not the podium that was predicted. So good thing to get off him earlier on. Let's get back to Giamma though. So he's chasing down Ted Wardo. What are you doing, Ted Wardo? You got to pit, mate. Why did you pit last lap? Get those hard tyres off.
I'm guessing he will go in this lap. He has to.
Yeah, he's dropping like a stone right now.
Yeah.
See,
maybe he isn't.
Yeah, go, sorry.
On one hand, I'm thinking he might not be confident enough to make those softs last to the end, but then again, he did 20 laps on the hards. So I don't think he should come on pit. Yeah,
he's finally pitting. All right. So he's in P6. He'll probably come out around about P9 behind his teammate Big Boy. I would think. I don't know if Delta Lima and Van Rocco are going to manage to get past. This is Delta Lima. Let's see what he can do. Ted Wardo's completed his stop. He's just coming out of the pits now. Here comes Delta. And there you can see the gap. So he's been able to do that pretty easy, Ted Wardo. He's come out P8.
Been very right at the back of Toss and Rainer already. But obviously he still has to get past them.
He is right up there now. So this could be a podium for Funf. So he's right behind Rainer. As you see him go through turn 12. Oh, Rainer very, very loose through there. And Funf has got past him. So Funf now up into P3. He's got Toss Caber in the most awful helmet you've ever seen in P2 ahead of him. And he's charging him down. So he's going to make pretty easy work of him as he comes up the front straight, opens up the DRS, hits the ERS button, and there goes Toss, our championship leader now. After a very rough qualifying session, the incident with Will Lands at turn 2 as they went through there, he's now P2, 8.7 seconds behind that man in the Williams, Stuart Little. So let's see if Stuart Little can hold off the fast-charging Funfkulganais for the next 8 laps, because that's all we have left. And it's going to be a battle between Toss the Caber and Rainer Zufor for the final podium position. In the meantime, just keeping an eye on the 2 Mercedes drivers, P9 and 11, Exotic is splitting them right now for the final points-paying position. And who else? Cornate has moved his way up into P6. He's on 19-lap-old hards. I think he's going to try and ride them all the way till the end now. It would be pointless stopping at this stage. So we'll see. We'll see if he can manage to get them home and not get a puncture on them by pushing them too hard. Dace, though, he's giving chase to Mr. Woot in P12. He's had an alright race, Mr. Woot. I don't think it'd be one that he'd go back and look at very fondly.
Yeah. It basically started when he kept disconnecting after the first restart of the lobby, and then it just pretty much went downhill even more.
So this little trio, this little trio of cars going through turn 12. Oh no! Dace got a little bit loose there through turn 12. So we saw it catch out. I think it was Will Lands in qualifying, but Rayner has dropped down to P4. So Toss the Caber is now in P3. I'm not too sure if that was a position swap there.
It was, but I think Rainer just overshot turn 3 and went wide because he was off track for a second, and Toss just went back ahead.
Okay. So at the front though, it's Stuart Little's 5.6 seconds now is the gap between him and Funfkulganais in the McLaren. Ooh, that was Rayner pushing track limits to the maximum. So we'll keep an eye on that gap. We've got 7 laps to go after this one is done. We're lap 22 of 29.
So I think it's definitely going to happen that Funf is going to catch Stuart, and if I'm Stuart, I'm going to try to keep him behind as long as possible.
Yep.
And then just make sure to stay within those 3 seconds and not get a penalty yourself.
Yep.
But
so Funf is going to have to push extra hard to open up that 3-second penalty if he needs to. If he get past Stuart Little, and he still has to actually catch him and get past him. So it's one thing to catch them; it's another to pass. As Big Boy trying to put a move on Cornet in P6. So Cornet's got those very old hard tyres. Big Boy's got 4-lap-old mediums. And you can see a massive grip difference right there as he sends it into turn 3 up the inside. So Big Boy, after the unscheduled soft tyres stop, he now finds himself in P6. Mike Edwards getting past Mr. Woot into turn 1. So good driving from him. And Delta Lima, he's dropping in position to Exotic. So he's going to stay in the points. But he's going to go from 2 to 1. So he's going to lose 50% of his points there. All right. So, Rayner! Rayner's out! Rayner!
Oh no.
Where is that? Oh, turn 12. Turn 12. Let's see if we can see him. There he is on the side of the road. Yeah, so he is out.
This is going to help Stuart so much, because it's around half a lap where Finn will not be able to make up any time to him, so this is pretty much perfect for Stuart.
Well, we've got a full course, virtual safety car, okay.
Yeah, it's a virtual safety car.
Yeah. Alright,
I'm not trying to jinx him, but it looks like Toss is getting a podium today. Let's hope so.
Yeah, we won't jinx him. We'll not talk about it. We're back under racing. No, I've done it so many times. So we're back under racing. Cornet's going to give chase to Big Boy, but I think that's going to be futile because he's on those very old, hard set of tyres. They're now 22 laps old. Look, if I'm going to put some money out, I say he's going to get a puncture before the end of this race because he's going to push them way too. He's already close to maximum capacity on those, so I reckon he'll come close to getting a puncture today. I think he will get one, but we'll wait and see.
Looking at Dace retiring.
Dace in the pits.
He had 20 seconds of penalties. That's
wow.
Impressive.
Let's do a quick penalty check. I don't blame him for bidding with 20 seconds of penalties. So we've got Funf with 3 seconds. He's 2.4 seconds now behind Stuart Little, so we'll get the camera on him. 3 seconds to Giamma, Cornet, Exotic, Delta Lima, George, and Lassa Haverhals. Then it's 6 seconds to Van Rocco and Mr. Woot, and 9 seconds there to Mike Edwards as well. So that's the penalty situation. In terms of tyre situation, Stuart Little's on 15 lap old hards as well. Funf is on 7 lap old soft, so he definitely has the advantage. And this week he's the driver with the engine glitch, so it's not very enjoyable being on him. I'll get off him for now. But yeah, so it's looking like Mercedes could get both cars in the points today. Rainer Zufall in the chat, aka Nico Hulkenberg. So, bad luck for him at turn 12. Let us know how you did it. Was it just a mistake? What did you do? Alright, and we're going to watch this one finish out the last 5 laps, including this one. So Funf now, he's 1.4 seconds, 1.3 behind Stuart Little.
I would hate being in Stuart's position right now. It's always better to be the one doing the chasing than being the one being chased or getting chased.
It's always to be the hunter rather than the hunted.
Yeah. And Stuart has to watch out because he's on 2 warnings as well. So he can't push too hard.
Rainer was pushing to get past Toss, so he pushed a little bit too hard in turn 12, claimed another victim.
But I have a question then. Why though? Because you had 6 seconds of penalties and he had none, so why didn't you just try to bring it home safely? I think it was P4, P5. I don't know why you needed to push. I don't think you had a reason to push. Let's put it like that.
He's a racer. That's what you do, right? You're not out there to go slow. You want to go fast. Oh, so Stuart Little is coming under severe attack now from Funfugenice.
Well, you want to go fast, but you also want to get points and finish the race. So yeah, but I agree.
You want to go fast though. Oh, that's a Red Bull in the pits. That's Mr. Woot. He's just coming out as Funfugenice comes into turn 1, so wasn't able to get past him there. Can Stuart Little keep it? Yeah, can Stuart Little keep him behind for the next 2 and a bit laps to take victory here? So he's gonna, if he can make it, it's like you pointed out, if he can make it as hard as possible for him to get past and delayed as long as he can, and he's got that 3-second penalty to work with, he could still win this Stuart Little. So let's see how good his defensive driving skills are.
Yes, he was out. Funf has a pretty significant. It's not that bad, but he still has an advantage. So Stuart really has to focus on his exits now. Don't use your ES here. Why? Why, Stuart? He's not going to send it into turn 11 and 12. Why use your ES?
Maybe he's just like, I want to. Oh, he's just sort of just using it little spurts right now, trying to keep him behind. Funf is all over him though.
I'm guessing he will go past this lap and then he has 2 laps time to pull out 3 seconds. This is going to get close, but if he gets past this lap, I feel like he's going to make it work.
Well, Funf has got he's got the DRS. He's going to pull out of the slipstream. He's going to send it down the inside. Oh, no, Stuart's able to keep him behind. So nice driving from Stuart Little there into turn 1. So we've got 2 laps left. Oh, Funf has got to send it into turn 3. He does up the inside, so he's able to get past. Stuart's going to fight back, though. Goes around the outside. Can't really pass through there with that sausage curb on the right-hand side. So Funf is now our new race leader. He will need to pull out a greater than 3-second gap to take this race. Otherwise, Stuart Little will take it. Toss the Caver, he's in P3 at this stage. He's all by himself. He's 12 seconds behind these two. That Red Bull there that you see in the background, that's the Red Bull of Mr. Woot, not Toss the Caver. Then it's Giamma. Big boy. Still a good drive for him. P5. Cornet in P6. We'll see if he can last till the end of the race. Ted Wardo, P7th, P8th, Exotic. And then the 2 Mercedes drivers. Oh, but Delta Lima's coming under attack, though, from Mike Edwards. So, can both Mercedes finish in the points, or is Mike Edwards going to spoil the party? The gap at the front, though, is 1 second between Stuart Little.
Yeah, that's huge for him. It's huge that he will have DS on both straights now. That's so important for him.
Alright, we'll stay with these two for now. We've got to get back to the front because it's the last lap. We're on the last lap. The gap is 1 second between Funf Kulgenais and Stuart Little. Can Funf pull out 2 more seconds on this lap? Stuart Little's going to do his utmost to... It's 1.2 seconds. I think Stuart's going to do this.
Yeah, I also think so. But obviously, he still has to make sure that he doesn't get another warning because then it's all over. But I think he will just try to keep it on track now because Funf is not going to pull out a second in 1 sector. Or 1.5 seconds actually.
Yeah, would need to be 1.5 between here and we're turn 13 now, so it's about 4 turns. I don't think he's going to do it. I think Stuart Little is going to take this victory. It's 1.4 seconds. Funf Kulgenais is going to cross the line first, but it's going to be this man, Stuart Little, is going to take home round 9 of SFR in Australia. He does cross the line. There we go. Congratulations to Stuart Little. You can thank Kachow for that. He predicted that you were going to get a podium. So that's all Kachow. And Toss the Caver. Great result for him to get a podium. Well done to Toss. Weaving across the line. Giamma, can he hold on to P4? I don't think he can. Big Boy's going to finish in P4. So Big Boy had legitimate pace today. It was just that early on. Cornet is able to make it home in P6. He had penalties though. Let's see if Ted Warner can move up a spot. He does not, so he will remain in P7. Exotic, good recovery drive from him in P8. Van Rocco, the birthday boy. Happy birthday to this man. And he's going to get 2 points for his efforts. Well done to Van Rocco, P9. And Mike Edwards is just going to pick Delta Lima for the final points paying position. Oh no! No, they both made it through.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Delta Lima finished 9th. I'm positive Van Rocco finished 10th. Oh, Funf Kulgenais gets the Cody's driver of the day. You'd be pretty hard pressed to not vote for him for driver of the day. I reckon. I think the Mercedes finished P9, P10. We'll just double check.
Oh no! Van Rocco dropped to P11. Oh no!
Just missed. Oh, he just missed out.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this in a second. So congratulations, Stuart Little. Well done, Stuart. Kachow had to drop out there. Oh, that means I'm going to have to do the podium interviews. All right, let me.
Yeah,
so that's
about to say I will have to leave now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a fun race. And see you, I guess.
Yeah. All right. See you later. We'll speak next time. All right. So that's our race over. So Stuart Little from Kulgenais, Toss the Caber. Big Boy, Giamma, Cornet, Tedwater, Exotic, and Delta Lima round out the top 9. George picks up P10. Delta Van Rocco, P11. Mike Edwards, Mr. Woot. Lasse Haverhals, Dace, and then Rayner was a DNF. Will Anns, Frog LaBelle, and Henry Rogers. Bear with me. I will try and get these post-race interviews organised. All right, so Stuart Little and Funf. Toss doesn't have a microphone. Just bear with me while I get this done. More friends. I think I'm friends with Funf Cool Nice. Who am I looking for? Stuart Little and Funf. All right, there he is. I'll add him in. There's Funf, and then Stuart Little. Let's see if I can get him on the line. I'm not too sure if he's got a microphone or not, but I'll double check. All right, so we'll wait for Funf to come through. I've sent the invite. Here he is now. Just bear with me, Funf. I will get to you in a second. Come on, where are we? Stuart Little. I can't see anyone. Just organising it. Maybe I'm not friends with Stuart Little. Stuart Little, send me a friend invite. Now.
Stuart Little didn't have a mic.
Oh, he doesn't have a microphone. All right, well, Funf, you're going to have to be the only driver from the top 3 that does the interviews. Give me a second. All right. Congratulations, mate. P2. Walk us through it. So qualifying, it was changeable conditions, so not great for you. You started down the bottom half of the field. What happened? How did you find it?
So I had a little bit contact with Van Rock on the qualifying because he lost his car and I hit him. So yeah, a little bit my fault. I would have been able to brake, but it would not be a good lap too. So yeah, then the start I just wanted too much. It's my fault.
Yep.
And I'm sad to hear that corner got damage. I mean, it's good for me. I don't have to lie, it's good for me. I was happy in that moment when I found out he had damage. But I didn't knew that it was because of me. So that's a little bit annoying because I thought, yeah, didn't hit someone.
Yeah.
No one got damaged. Yeah, and then the Mercs, yeah, they wanted to fight a little bit, was nice.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that Delta Lima is so good at fighting. No front to him. I mean, don't understand me wrong, but I thought okay, would be easy pass, but
yeah,
I thought nice.
Yeah.
Then I was behind Will, and I saw he got damaged, so I thought okay, he will not fight it hard. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
walk us through that, because you made contact in turn 2. So what happened there?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was extra. I think it was his broken wing, because he just tapped my rear and I went onto the grass and lost the rear on the grass. And came on the track like Vettel in Canada 2019.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
That was a little bit, or leg bubble. We don't know, Codemasters.
Yeah. Okay, alright, cool. Well, you had the collision with him, and then so you stretch those medium tires out to get to the softs, and then what were you thinking as you were pitting? You were like, were you thinking, yep, I can win this, I'm on here, or what? Walk us through that part.
So I first thought, okay, I want to go onto the podium, try my best, because we just wrote in the chat like everywhere. So I was in, I raced in, I was on the podium, and then I thought, okay, no, don't that bad karma.
Yeah.
I don't want to win. I mean, I had the penalty. Stuart Little don't. So yeah, happy with P2.
Yeah, well, P2 is good. You obviously finished P1 on the track, but the penalty we said on the stream that it's very rare that we ever see you get a penalty. So can't really remember the last one that we saw you get one. So it did in this case it did cost you the win, unfortunately. But P2 is still a pretty solid result considering your nearest championship rival as well. Finished down there, I think it was P6 or P7 around there. So congratulations, P2. Well done, and thanks for joining us. And good luck for the rest of the season. I think you're pretty close to wrapping up the championship.
Yeah, I think too. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. You want to say hello to your dad? Is your dad watching? You want to say hi to him?
Yeah. Hi Papa. Platz 2, leider nur. Nächstes Rennen besser. And I have to say hello to my old teammate, Tribal.
Yep.
Think.
Where is he? Where is Tribal Road?
I think he's hard working. Many work to do right now. So, hello Tribal. Hope we see us together on the track soon. And hello to Tribal Road's girlfriend.
All right. Well, congratulations once again. And yeah, good to speak to you again. Good luck next week in... Oh, I can't remember where you guys are racing next week. We'll get to that. So, all right. We'll see if I can get Ted Wardo on the line. Apparently, big interview with Ted Wardo needed. Impressive 7th placing. I'll see if I can get him on the line. All right, so Liquid Fry looks like he's pretty keen to get him on the line. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I'm friends with him first. Ted Water, am I friends with him? I don't think I am. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Hang on a second. Don't get too presumptuous there, old Liquid Fry. Where are we? I think I do have him. All right, so I'm going to add him to the chat. If he comes up, he does. If not, he doesn't. So I've sent him an invite. But that's we'll wait for him. But that's pretty much the round 9 all sewn up in terms of where the championship goes next week. It is going to be, let's have a quick look here. Championship. The calendar, race calendar. So next week they go Bahrain for round 10. There's only a couple left. So do I have Ted Wardo on the line?
Yep.
I do. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Congratulations for your P7th, I think it was today. That was an impressive race from you.
Cheers, thank you. Yeah, just pretty clean race for me. Just one stop. Didn't
Yeah.
really have to fight too many people. Kept out of trouble. And yeah, good race.
What was going on with why'd you leave us so late to go from the hards to the soft tires at the end there?
I just wanted to give myself only 10 laps at the end on the softs. I didn't want to wear them out too much.
Yeah.
I was kind of too far away from the guys in front, and I knew Exotic was probably the closest guy behind me, but he had a time penalty as well, so I just needed to bring my car home without any issues. So just 10 laps on the softs for me.
Okay, you've got a bit of a fan in the chat, Liquid Fry. I don't know if you know him, but he's sent you.
He's one of my mates from uni.
Oh, nice.
He tunes in most weeks.
Oh, there you go. Well, he's talking you up in the chat. So he was the one who asked for you to do the interview. So he's been watching, cheering you on. So you got some fans in there. How you going this season, mate? You've been all right. Your racing's improved a bit more than your You used to be good qualifying. The race was a bit average, but you seem to have turned it around a bit.
Yeah. This is only my third race in SFR, I think, as a reserve, but I've been getting on right in NRL.
Yeah.
Where I race regularly. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's been pretty average over this season, I think, for me. I was probably better last season, but
Yeah.
yeah, getting on all right and looking forward to the new game now.
Yeah, well, it's not far away now. We're about 4 weeks away, which is good. So, all right. Well, do you want to give? So, Liquid Fries asked. What was he asked you? Asked Ted Water about salary. What is it about? What about salary? What do I? What are we talking? What are we talking about here?
I don't actually know.
You don't actually know. So Liquid Fry is sending you down the, sending you up the creek.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're setting me up.
All right. Well, he gave you the hashtag keep out of trouble as well. So,
Yeah.
all right, we'll leave that one there. But well done, mate. Good race today. Good qualifying. You're up the front there for a while, and qualifying.
Yeah.
You were on the top of the timesheets for a little bit. So,
It was down to the timing of the drying of the track, but
yeah.
I had to go in, and so many other people then got a better track towards the end. So
Yeah,
if I
well,
timed it better, maybe I would have started higher. But
I think
it is what it is.
yeah. Well, Kachow pointed out. He said that it's going to be the last driver on track is going to be probably going to get pole, and it's going to be one of those
Yeah.
right place, right time situations. So
Yeah, I think that's right.
yeah. But nonetheless, good result for you today. Good race, clean race, stayed out of trouble, and brought it home. So congratulations. Good luck next week.
Cheers. Thanks.
Thanks, mate.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so that's pretty much it. So congratulations to Stuart Little for taking home victory. It was fun for Coolganize, came in P2 and tossed the caber. Good to see him get a nice solid result. So congratulations to all three of those drivers. Good luck to everyone next week. So in Bahrain for round 10, I think Ben will be back next week. So yeah, you won't hear from me. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever's left of it. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. I'll see you